4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! 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 We made it to 20 and 20. 20. Happy New Year, everybody out there. This is Dave D. Saint. That's Wallers. And we're celebrating the New Year. Start spreading the news. We're leaving today. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Dave's Corner. I'm Dave D. Saint, and I am celebrating my New Year's episode. I know it's going to be uploaded later on during the weeks to come. It's just that I did the Christmas episode late, so I shot the New Year's episode, and I'm going to upload it later on. I want you guys to have a little bit of time to watch my Christmas episode and all of my other content without getting bombarded with so many videos. So yeah, let's get this started now. I started doing this whole new thing. I know what you guys are asking. Didn't you have a co-host? JV went on a trip to the Appalachian Mountains. Unfortunately, his plane went down and aliens abducted him, and he is right now traveling around the world. I'm just kidding. Yeah, he died. So it's just me for now until I find a co-host. Maybe he'll be my co-host. But yes, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about the upcoming news that has been in the works since the New Year's. I know I'm a little late. A lot of you guys already have heard a lot of this stuff, but it's still news to me, and you guys ought to know, because I know that a lot of people just don't listen to the news, and they're looking at me. Alrighty. So, first things first. This video will consist of two parts. The first part will be the news, and then the second part of the video will be my reviews for the movies that I've seen over the past week or two. So, let's get it started. You guys have probably already known that Keanu Reeves has become like this stupendous actor overnight. Like, I mean, he's always done movies ever since my time, with Bill and Ted and Speed and Point Break and all these other movies. But the thing is, he's always had kind of like a career that goes up and down, up and down. I mean, he has his hits, he has his misses, but he is not he has never been as important as he is now. With the release of John Wick 3, Parabellum, is it? His success with these films have literally catapulted him to another level. You have John Wick 3, and then he was also in Toy Story 4, which he played. He portrayed the little motorcycle stuntman. I forgot the name of the character. I'll put it up here somewhere for you guys can see. But yes, he is like the man right now. Everybody is looking on to him. He is like on top, and his career is not going to get any lower. He's going to keep getting higher. I mean, right now they have released the date for two movies that are going to come out on the same day starring Keanu Reeves, which is John Wick 4. I mean, John Wick 4. I mean, that's like one of his biggest successes besides Matrix. And Matrix 4, which are both going to be released on May 21st, 2021. Yeah, I had a literally but May 21st, 2021, he is going to be dropping. That's going to be the year of Keanu Reeves. I mean, this guy is on fire right now. It's like, it's uncanny. I mean, he's also doing a part 3 to one of my favorite movies of all time, Bill and Ted He did a movie in the 80s called Bill and Ted. Then the sequel came out, Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, not too long after that. And then that's it. I never got to see anything more of Bill and Ted, but who knew that they were going to get talked into doing a Bill and Ted 3, Bill and Ted Face the Music. I am looking forward to it because I'm an 80s baby. So, and I always thought that, I mean, that was one of my favorite series. I even dressed up, me and a friend of mine dressed up as Bill and Ted for Halloween one year, I'm sorry. But yes, Bill and Ted Face the Music is also coming out, but right now I am super psyched because we're finally going to get, I'm hoping this is the conclusion. If not, you know, I'm just going to, how many John Wicks are going to pump out? I mean, yo, and one thing that I'm saying, he got, in the last one, if you haven't seen this movie by now, then I'm sorry, spoiler alert, you got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to run out of here. At the end of Parabellum, he was thrown off of a building. He got shot, first of all, flew down a building, boom, 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 boom. Somehow he got away. He ended up meeting up with Lawrence Fishburne, and he's like, oh, are you angry? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, yo, this man just fell off of a roof. He has to have some kind of broken rib, something. He cannot get up and just keep on trucking. If by chance, John Wick 4, he is normal and healthy again, nah, I'm not. At that point, I'm done. Because this dude literally fell off of a roof. And he should be literally immobile if not dead. And then Matrix 4. Matrix 4, I mean, how long has it been since we've seen the Matrix trilogy end? I mean, Revolutions was the last one. They left it as maybe he died. But if they're going to do a part 4, is it going to be like the never-ending story? Are we going to finally get an ending to this series? Or are we just going to keep going and going? I mean, I remember when the first Matrix came out, and then Matrix Reloaded, Matrix Revolutions. It also came out with Enter the Matrix, Animatrix. There was so much stuff, and Matrix, it was crazy. But Lana Wachowski decided that he was ready. She was ready. Was ready to do another adaptation or a continuation to the film. So let's just see what happens. Let's see what we're gonna get with this new Matrix film. I mean, I've already spoken about it before. There's new characters that are going to be added to the mix, but as we know, Carrie-Anne Moss, Lawrence Fishburne, and Keanu Reeves are all reprising their roles. So let's see how this does, because the start of this year's summer, 2021, is going to be lit. Moving on. Disney has greenlit Deadpool 3. Come on. This is going to be Disney's first touch on, I guess, the rated R genre. The two Fox produced films for Deadpool were seriously over the top. I can never see Disney literally going this over the top with anything. Because Deadpool has been, it's sex, drugs, violence, murder, everything, blood, gore. It's like over the top jokes. So, is Disney really going to touch on this? I mean, Disney's always been one of those parent companies where it's for the family-friendly group. So, I'm wondering if they're really going to go, they're going to just throw everything to the wind and just go straight forward and just knock it out the ballpark with these like rated R flicks, because this movie is going to be over the top. I'm just assuming Ryan Reynolds is not stopping. I mean, I've seen images of him with like Disney logos and him ready, like to pumped up for the mix. So Disney has greenlit Deadpool 3. Let's wait and see what's going on. I mean, eventually we're gonna get. I just saw a picture of the name Deadpool with the Avengers insignia in the middle of the O. So I mean, I can't wait to see that. And if Deadpool ever joins the Avengers. What do you guys think? Let me know. I'm up for it. I mean, I'm ready for it. I mean, I wasn't ready. I didn't like the whole thing that Disney was snatching up all the stuff, like, you know, they went into Fox and everything. But maybe Disney has something good for us to see. I mean, I just got word. I mean, from what I heard, Disney was going to open up the doors in Phase 5, because we're just going into Phase 4 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But in Phase 5, they were going to go into like bringing the X-Men and all this other stuff. But Fox had two properties. That one property that they had made two films, which was X-Men Dark Phoenix and X-Men New Mutants. Well, not X-Men New Mutants, but New Mutants, which was pretty much a story from the X-Men. Now, my thing is, these were two properties that were done by Fox, but Disney, when they with the acquisition of the Disney did with Fox, they had two films that were already ready to release. They released Dark Phoenix, and Dark Phoenix was a big flop, a big floppy mess. Although I enjoyed it because I was a fan of the original cartoon series, and I remember seeing that. I remember seeing the adaptation of the comics into the cartoon. I was really amped to see this in live action, but so many people tore it down, and eventually it became one of the biggest floppy messes of last year. Now, New Mutants had a whole new idea that they were starting. It was going to be into this whole, supposedly Fox was delving into the whole horror aspect of comics. They've already tried it with just about everything. You had Civil War with the whole political view, Logan with the whole Western view. You've had so many different things, and finally, the MCU is trying to get into it too with Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, which is supposed to be touching on the whole horror genre of things. So, now that they acquired Dark Phoenix and New Mutants was supposed to be a trilogy that was supposed to be like the first comic book horror trilogy, but Disney got them. So they released Dark Phoenix. That was a floppy mess. Honestly, to tell you the truth, a lot of us didn't even think that New Mutants was going to come out. I remember seeing the trailer about what, 2 years ago or early last year, and it vanished. And then I remember reading rumors or stories about supposedly they were thinking about releasing it straight to Hulu or on Netflix or something like that, or on the Disney app, and nobody knew what was going on until finally now we just got a trailer for it. And supposedly there's rumors all over the cyberspace about that Kevin Feige really liked the movie. They did a bunch of new shoots to the movie, and this is going to be attached to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So what do you guys think about that? Should they just wait and start in Phase 5 all fresh, all new, or should they just continue with these movies? I mean, honestly, I was psyched to hear what they were going to do, or was psyched to see what they were going to do with this trilogy. So if this is part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, is this gonna continue on to two more films? Are they gonna continue on and eventually go into Phase 5, or are they starting the phase right now within Phase 4? I'm super excited to see what these New Mutants are going to bring, and the whole dark aspect of it, I'm really amped up because we've seen just about every other genre in these movies except for horror. And I mean, Morbius, the living vampire, I just saw a new look of what Jared Leto is going to be looking like for the Morbius, the living vampire. They're going into the whole horror genre. Now, what I'm saying is Morbius better not be a PG movie or a PG-13, because when they did that to Venom was really dulled down like for kids, and no, that should have been a bloody mess. Because if Marvel Comics were a bloody mess, the movie should mirror image the comics. Why does it have to be so dimmed down? They even dimmed down the violence. And no, like, these comics are meant for kids too. And if they're reading that, they can watch the movies. If they can't watch it, then you know what? Who cares? That's why you got a rating system. Morbius the Living Vampire better be bloody mess, because that's going to be another flop for Jared Leto. I mean, he's already branded the Candyman with the Joker. So let's see what happens. I'm really open to the whole New Mutants thing. What do you guys think? Let me know. Yeah. So I, ever since San Diego Comic-Con, we got a list of all the Marvel properties that are making films right now and that are listed to come out and all this other beautiful stuff. So we got a picture of Mahershala Ali teasing his look for Blade. I mean, there's not much of it. I mean, we have the date. I already showed the dates of what Blade, when Blade's coming out, but I mean, they're keeping things tight. I'll show you the picture of over here of Mahershala Ali sitting in the fitting room. He's not really doing anything, not really dressed up or anything, just his whole hair is cut out and everything, and he has a bathrobe. So I'm pretty souped up. I was always a big fan of Blade, the Wesley Snipes movies. So I really hope Mahershala Ali takes it a nice step up. I want to see martial arts. I want to see, the sword. I want to see vampires galore. I mean, why not? I mean, if Disney is going into the horror genre with Multiverse of Madness, then we should get some bloody mess with Blade. So here's looking for that. Here's looking to see that. Let me know what you guys think. Next up, I don't know if you guys have read this, but now that the whole Star Wars Skywalker saga is supposedly ended, Disney's looking to adapt new things. Yeah, Disney owns everything. They want to adapt new things. They want to start different stories. And one of the rumors that is going around through the little cyberverse is Disney wants to adapt the Star Wars Old Republic, I believe the games and the comics and the books and stuff. So what do you guys think? Honestly, I'm not 100%, I don't know everything about the Star Wars genre. I mean, the Star Wars world. I only know what I've seen in the movies. I mean, I've played maybe a couple of video games here and there. I don't read the comics. Maybe I should start reading the comics so I could get myself a little more acquired with all this stuff. But I'm only updated when it comes to the films. So what do you guys think about this whole Star Wars Old Republic movie or trilogy? I've heard a couple of my friends talking about that. That's what they want to be adapted into film. So I mean, if they say that it's good, I mean, I guess I will have to go along with it and say, yeah, why don't you do it? I want to see it too. I want to see the continuation of Solo, because Solo left us looking forward to seeing Darth Maul in a sequel of the Solo story, but we're not going to get it because supposedly you guys, the fans, did not show up to this movie. I showed up. The movie was okay. It was not bad. A lot of stuff came out because the old director didn't know what the hell he was doing, so Disney got rid of them, and they got Ron Howard. Ron Howard does not let you down. Ron Howard did a good job, but he couldn't save it because the movie already was branded the Candyman, and it was gonna be a flop. So he came to try to save it, and you guys, being Star Wars fans, did not go see it, did not turn up, and now I can't see what happens to Darth Maul. You're gonna tell me, well, watch the cartoon. Well, maybe one day I will. But right now, I want to see Solo Part 2 and Part 3 because they had a trilogy planned out, and now I'm not going to be able to watch it. What do you guys think? Let me know. And now, for Warner Brothers, because Disney owns everything. So, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has been spotted bulking up for Shazam. No, wait, Black Adam, I'm sorry. Does he really need to bulk up some more? I mean, this guy is like a living muscle. I guess he has to keep himself nicely fit. Unlike me, I have to back in the gym and bulk up a little bit. But Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is getting back into the gym. I'll post up some pictures of him up here so you guys can see what he's doing and how he's doing, and he's getting in shape big time for this Black Adam character, which I'm super psyched for because I'm a DC fanatic all the way. And from what I understand, this movie, Black Adam, is going to be bringing in a lot of cameos and a lot of mentions, honorable mentions of all these other DC all these other DC characters, like Doctor. What is his name? I'll put it up here somewhere. Dr. Fate, I'm sorry. He's part of the Justice League Society. And we're probably going to get Stargirl, and we'll probably see a couple of other people up there that yes, are DC you know, alums. Alums. So let me know what you guys think about The Rock bulking up for the Black Adam. Why do I want to say Dr. Fate now? There has been photos of the set of the upcoming Batman film by Matt Reeves, starring Robert Pattinson and a crapload of other movie stars. So yes, they have showed what Gotham City is going to look like. Not everything in its entirety, but there's a lot of pictures that are floating around in the cyberverse that seem like the movie's going to be very promising. Jeffrey Wright has written Twitters about, oh man, it's getting exciting. It's getting really, really exciting. I was just watching Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, and just to see Cedric Diggory, aka Robert Pattinson, in that film, it just shows he's come a long way. From the kid who gets killed by Voldemort, to a living vampire chasing around some annoying little bratty girl, Bella Swan, and just on and on. His library of films have grown. With the last film that came out last year around Christmas, The Lighthouse. I mean, Robert Pattinson is becoming his own celeb, man. I mean, I know that Marvel has automatically, when you become a Marvel actor or a Marvel superhero, you become an A-list star. I mean, hopefully DC does the same thing, where when you become a superhero for the DC universe, you automatically become a star. I mean, I haven't seen Robert Pattinson do anything commercial for a while. This is probably the first commercial thing since Twilight. I like how he did his thing. He was over here with Twilight, and then he literally decided, all right, I had enough of this kind of fame. Let me just dim it down a little bit and do indie films. And he started doing all these indie films, working on his craft, building himself up. Cosmopolis, he did The Lighthouse, Good Time. He did so many different movies that were below the radar. And now he decides to choose another blockbuster, high-budget film, which is The Batman. So let's just see what this new director delivers. He's already setting it up to be already a set universe within the Batman mythos. Robert Pattinson is going to be a younger Batman, so we're going to get a couple of more movies out there. We got Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman. We got Paul Rano, I forgot his name. Paul as the main villain, the Riddler. And just Colin Farrell. We got freaking Andy Serkis. So many people that are going to be starring in this film. It's just going to be bombarded with a bunch of celebs. So I'm excited for it. Are you excited for it? Tell me what you think about the pictures that I'm going to be putting up here of the set. Let me know what you... There is talks and talks of about a possible film that was very popular a couple years ago. They made a trilogy of this, and now supposedly they want to revive it again with Mike Myers, which is Austin Powers 4. Do you guys really want to watch another Mike Myers led film, Austin Powers? Honestly, to me, those movies suck. I thought those 3 movies were the worst. But a bunch of idiots out there really like this character. I'm sorry I called you guys idiots. I'm just saying these movies suck. Like, he always plays the all behave and all that British accent crap he does it in every freaking movie that he has ever done. He stopped being funny in Wayne's World back in when he did Saturday Night Live. These 3 movies literally were some of the most stupidest films. They were supposed to be spy spoof films. They were supposed to make fun of like James Bond and all those type of movies. But honestly, to tell you the truth, these movies to me were 3 of the worst films that had come out. Goldmember, Get in My Tummy, Get in My Belly. That was stupid. But yet people enjoyed these stupid characters, and they'll be like, oh my God, he was one of the funniest. No, he wasn't. Oh my gosh. If that's funny to me, then I don't know what funny is then, because honestly, I've seen very funny comedians out there who have made me laugh, but Mike Myers is one of those characters where I'll just sit there and just be like, or Austin Powers is one of those characters that I'll just sit there and be like, seriously, this is what you guys find funny? Like Aqua Teen Hunger Force. I never found that crap funny. South Park. I don't know. I guess it's just not my type of humor. I mean, I guess I have to give it a try. I mean, to this date, I don't think I've seen maybe 2 or 3 episodes of Family Guy. Now that one I have to watch. I've been literally sitting on my butt, and I don't know why I haven't watched that yet. Right now, I am in the midst of the Big Bang Theory marathon, New Year's marathon, and I am also doing my November, because I'm still behind on the WWE Marathon Part 2. I also started a Christmas movie marathon that it's just, with work and so much stuff that I have to do, I just don't have time to fit it all. And the reason why I watch all these things and all that stuff, a lot of people, you might say, oh, that's not having a life. Yes, it's having a beautiful life. Because honestly, this is me. I love entertainment. And since I'm doing this YouTube video, I need to watch all these things so I can be up to par when it comes to pop culture, the pop culture universe. I want to be able to deliver good messages or good news, and I want to know who these characters are and all this stuff. It just interests me. But yes, with that, I will be saying my goodbyes. Yep, this has been Dave D. Saints for another episode of Dave's Corner. Stay tuned for part 2, which I'll be reviewing a few movies that I've seen in the past couple of weeks. And hit that like button, subscribe, leave me a message. I read them. If you leave me a message or anything, I'll make sure to give you a shout out on here. Okay. Until later.